name is Bea and today I'm going to be doing my January wrap up and February TBR. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. I read 4 books within the month of January. I am actually quite happy with that amount of books because I know that a few of them were quite long and a few of them were quite wordy and quite descriptive, and yeah. So I read 4 books within the month of January. The first book I read was The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. This is a book that you guys already know that I was reading. I think I was like 50 pages into it when I did my last wrap-up video. What can I say about this book? I didn't like it. 100% didn't like it. I think it ran with the theme of the last 3 books. It was one of those kind of books that I had to set down for quite a while before I could pick it back up again. In the end, I actually DNF'd it. I think I got halfway, didn't want to read it anymore. It is on my Goodreads as finished, but I am putting it in as DNF'd when I do my review. I will say that I did not finish this book. I don't think this series was for me. I think from the beginning I knew that it wasn't written well for me, at least. It wasn't written how I'd like to have read the story. It was very wordy and descriptive, and I guess I just couldn't keep up with the way Maggie Stiefvater wrote it. But yeah, I guess that's just how it goes with some books. Some books you love, some books you don't. This is just one that I didn't love. So the second book I read within the month of January was There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins, and I loved this book. I haven't read a thriller slash horror slash mystery novel in ages. In fact, I can't actually remember the last time I read a thriller slash mystery slash horror book. And I absolutely loved this. At the beginning I was a bit confused because the first chapter is written from a different point of view than our main character, but then you realise throughout it that it's from a different character for a reason. A couple of chapters are from other characters' points of view, and that is something that you kind of have to get used to throughout because there's just a reason that they need to be in that point of view. There are quite a few graphic scenes within this book, so I do not suggest reading this if you are under 18. It is definitely one for more mature readers. If you are mature and under 18, go for it, read it. But if you're not in that mindset of maturity, then I definitely don't suggest reading it. It was just amazing. Definitely like 5 out of 5 stars for me. It is one of the best horrors that I've ever... horror, mystery, thriller. It's one of the best of them that I've ever read. And I actually got 2 more books in this genre just because I was so pleased with this one that I felt like I needed to see what else was out there in this genre. The third book I read in the month of January was Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book in the Infernal Devices series. I feel like I was stupid for not picking this book up before now. I mean, I got this for my birthday like 3 years ago and I never read it because I just wasn't interested in this realm. I wasn't interested in shadow hunters then. I had read City of Bones before then and quite a few of the Mortal Instruments series before I picked up this book. But I feel like reading it now and starting the whole journey from this book is just amazing, and I loved this book. Oh, I can't even describe how good this book is. Like, there are so many characters that I love and so many characters that I just want to strangle and kill. It's just amazing how many characters are in here that you get to know on such a deep level. It's definitely an amazing start to the Shadowhunter Chronicles. It's like amazing. I don't know how many times I've said amazing about this book. So yeah, 5 out of 5 stars for this book. So the last book I read within the month of January is, of course, Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare, the second book in the Infernal Devices series. I cannot describe how annoyed I am that Tessa isn't with the person I want her to be. I know her reasons for being with the other person, but I want her to be with the other person. This story has so many twists and turns, it's unbelievable. We find out quite a bit about each of our characters, background stories, pasts, that kind of thing. We also meet a couple of new characters within this story that kind of go on to progress through the rest of the storyline and bring out the rest of the storyline, which I really like. I can't put into words how much I love this series. I feel like I'm going to become the next Emma Books, and this is all I'm going to talk about is the Shadowhunter Chronicles. I would say 4.5 out of 5 stars, just because it didn't have that punch that the first book had. But yeah, definitely up there with my favourites. The first book that I'm reading within the month of February is Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. This is the last book in the Infernal Devices trilogy. I am 73 pages in and I am already loving it. That's all I have to say, really. And I am so excited to find out what happens throughout the rest of it, because I'm dying to find out what happens. The second book I want to read within the month of February might shock you guys. I'm not going to go straight from the Infernal Devices into the Mortal Instruments. I'm going to have a little break of a couple of books before I go into them. So the second book that I'm going to be reading within the month of February is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. This film is coming out, or is out, and I feel like I want to read this because it is such a famous book at the moment that I feel I need to read it before I watch the film or I go any further within my reading. So the third book I want to read within the month of February is Warcross by Marie Lu. I feel like, again, this is such a famous book at the moment. I feel like I need to get in there with my new releases and start actually reading the books that I receive, as well as books that I purchase new. So I'm going to read Warcross as my third book in the month of February. And then to get myself started in the Mortal Instruments world, I am going to read book 1 and 2 of the Mortal Instruments, City of Bones and City of Ashes. I feel like these are the 2 books that I can't get through to read the rest, so if I can get through these this month, I'm going to be so happy, because I know then that I'll be able to read the last ones, because I haven't read them in ages, and I've read these quite a bit. So yeah, that is my January wrap up and February TBR. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, then hit that like button and subscribe while you're down there so you don't miss any more of my future videos. I will be with you guys on Wednesday/Thursday with my lipstick collection. Bye!